Hello everybody, Office Boy Builder here. Welcome to the channel. I hope you are well. You will hopefully have noticed that I am in a very grotty bathroom. There is a wall here, solid brick one, separating us from the toilet, which is equally manky. We're going to be redoing this bathroom, which is awesome, very, very exciting. My wife especially is delighted because she hates this room, and I can understand why. I can't blame her for that. Hello. However, to do this room, we can't start in this room. We have to actually start upstairs because above this room is the loft, and the loft bathroom is going to have some shared pipework, some shared services, and so we need to start up there before I can start ripping all of this out. I'm going to take you upstairs. If this was Grand Designs, you'd be able to cue some nice twinkly music and Kevin MacLeod's dulcet tones and a little overlay of graphics that would show exactly what I'm going to be doing, but I'm not that technical, so I'm not going to be doing that. And you're instead going to have to use your imagination. And I can show you on a piece of paper, I can draw it, I can put it on a plan. Upstairs here, this is the bathroom currently, or this is the space that is going to become the bathroom. Let me see if I can set you up anywhere. Set you up here. Right, so the benefit to you of me taking quite as long as I have done to get this organised and done is that it's going to be better quality. And that is something that we have probably focused on more than anything else in this build, is making sure that things are the best quality that we can afford and the best quality that we can produce. And that's quality of materials, but it's also quality of work as well. It does also mean that the designs have changed. Not dramatically, but they have changed ever so slightly. For instance, you are currently resting on a stud wall. This wall's not going to be here. We're going to go for a much more modern looking open plan bathroom. Modern being the operative phrase there. We'd originally gone for a Burlington suite in this bathroom here. This loft ensuite was going to be all Burlington and white marble and really, really kind of classical luxury. We've since changed the plan, but we had bought all of the Burlington suite in an enormous sale and got a really, really good price on it. It was like 60% off or something, 70% off from one of the kind of major online bathroom sellers. And so because it was so heavily discounted, we snapped it up. So we have the entire suite basically for the bathroom that was going to be here, and we're going to put it downstairs. Apart from the bath, we need a bath. So what are we going to be using? Well, we are going to be using, as I mentioned, Burlington. So that's the toilet, close couple toilet. And being a family bathroom downstairs, we also have a bidet. That's just a toilet seat. And then that's the sink. Oops. That's the sink and the pedestal. There's a towel rail just back there. So all of this flooring, all of this stuff, basically the kids have turned this into a bit of a den, because that's what kids do when they find little spaces. All of this is going to get cleared out. And then and underneath this flooring is a whole ton of insulation as well, which is manky and horrible. All of that's going to get cleared out. Everything's going to get cleared from here, so that when I drop the ceiling in the room below, all of this stuff doesn't fall on me, so that I can then run pipework and extractor fans and vents and all that sort of stuff. So it's a bit of a kind of go slow to go fast sort of approach. This is the wall that I mentioned that's going to be gotten rid of. It's going to be a really nice design, and you will see we'll still have underfloor heating up here. And yeah, looking forward to having you on the journey. It's going to be broken into a few parts. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for, if you're a new subscriber here, welcome. I hope you enjoy the content. I hope you find it useful and helpful. I've got a lot of clearing to do. Let's get started. I've cleared away all of the floorboards, stacked them up nicely here. Put all the bathroom stuff here nice and neatly. Got a whole load of spare lagging, which will be very helpful. The shower tray for our bathroom is over there. We are going to be using that. But all the rest of this stuff, pretty much in its entirety, is going to be going downstairs. We may end up using the shower. up here, we're unsure yet, because we probably will be okay downstairs. Now, in here we have a whole load of stuff. I kind of just threw all of this stuff in here to get it out of the way, and then laid the floorboards over the top when I was doing other bits. In here we have the flow and the return pipes for the radiators that are going to be up here. Those will be over along those walls there, and the far, you know, under the eaves, the short stud walls under the eaves, or in front of the eaves, that'll be there. We also have some cabling here. This will be for lighting down in the bathroom. You can see I actually foolishly started to chop out some of the joists here. Yes, I know that that is not technically how you're meant to do it. Cue everybody moaning and groaning but in the comments. But show me a bathroom that doesn't have notched or drilled through floor joists for bathrooms. Show me a single plumber who has ever managed to find a way to do a bathroom without it. I can and will brace that. It won't be an issue. So that's fine, we can leave that to the side and nobody needs to bother wasting their time commenting because I won't be drawn into it. Anyway, all of this is cabling for like the ring main and everything like that. That is going to get tucked over neatly to the side. There aren't any junctions here, so I don't need access to that. That's fine. There will be a light fitting, which is going to go somewhere down there. I think that's what that cable is for, if memory serves. I can't fully remember 100% if I'm honest. I do have a little cable here. This runs to an LED, which you will see in the bathroom downstairs. That's going to be quite fun, I hope. All of this stuff, I believe, is perlite. It's the stuff that you often get in like compost mixture, but it's a very, very good insulator. And it's what they used to use back in the day when they were insulating pipes and bits like that. So I have to scoop all of this out because I'm going to be dropping the ceiling. So I don't need to worry too much about the layout of anything here. I will be keeping these larger sections of insulation because I'm going to re-insulate bits. So all this slightly modern, newer looking stuff I will keep, I'll roll up. All the old manky stuff I'm going to get rid of and throw. I haven't filmed any of the clearing so far. I'm not going to film it and show you because it is very, very dull work. And it's far more enjoyable things for you to watch. So I'm going to clear all this and I'll come back to you in a moment. That was not particularly enjoyable. That's all the newer stuff. This is the vast majority of the old stuff. And I've started hoovering out. So you can see this is a lot clearer. I started hoovering over this side, working my way this way. So the general consensus is that we're going to leave this. I will clear out all of the rubbish because I think it makes it neater, lighter, cleaner. But I'm actually going to leave these. I'm going to leave this in here, and I will basically just stick the plasterboard up from the ceiling below. So that'll be fine. So I don't need to worry about that. So we can go back downstairs now. Oh, we also found some very old newspaper cuttings. These are really cool little time capsules, these are. 5th of February 1947. Churchill urges cut in US films and tobacco because of a war loan. So that's very, very interesting. There was also a little snippet of this one here. The RAF having to drop food on villages because they had been cut off for over a week by snow in Northumberland. Just really, really interesting little bits of history found in the floorboards. So we're going to protect these as best we can. So that was fun to find. Right, coming back down here. Got some rubble sacks. And we can start stripping things in here. All these old wall tiles. Becky, my wife, she has cleared all of the bits in here so that I can strip this out. So that's very easy. To be honest, half of these tiles are loose anyway and will probably just jump off the wall. You can see the gaps behind them there. So with a little bit of persuasion, those will come off easily enough. So yeah, here, to be honest, this ceiling is so high, I actually can't touch it at full reach. So losing a centimetre of it for a new plasterboard and skim really won't be an issue. We can then put down lights in, and I can have a new lighting setup and all that sort of stuff. This is going to come out, and yeah, actually I could probably show you in the booklet the layout that we're probably going to design, because what we're going to have is a false wall here behind the toilet, and the waste pipes from the upstairs will come down and key into the toilet here. So that would be nice and easy by having that false wall there. We're actually going to keep the vast majority of this laid out the same. I'm just going to move this out of the way so I can lay this down. So this is the plan of the room. So the toilet will stay where it is. The bath will also stay where it is, but it'll be brand new. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this wall here. I'm going to cut back until just wider than the bath. But the bath that we'll get will be about 5 centimetres wider. So I'll leave this wall as being an 800 wall. We'll have the bidet where the sink currently is, and we'll have a basin over here where that cupboard is. We'll have a radiator, and we can have a mirror above the wall here. So there'll be quite a lot of opportunity for lighting kind of dotted around. I'll probably have a light here and here, and another one here and here. So there'll be at least 4. But I like bathrooms being bright. As it is, this is not dark by any means, and there's just one light in here. So it may well be that we end up with, 5 or 6 lights. We'll figure it out. I'll map them out. So that's going to be the layout, and it will feel nice and spacious, I hope. The door will kind of swing and pivot here from the hinge. But there'll still be a little bit of privacy for the toilet. We were thinking about having... Oh, this bath will probably be the other way around, as it is currently. So your head will be at this end and the taps will be at this end. Reason being, in the summer, when it's really hot, it's really pleasant to be able to sit here and then open this fly mullion window and look out. That is genuinely very, very enjoyable. So facing this way would be a real shame because we'd lose all of that. Currently, we are thinking that we will not have a shower in this room because there is a big shower already in the ensuite bathroom, the other side of that wall. There will be a shower in the ensuite above, and we quite like the idea of it just being, an easy bathroom that looks bigger. Shower screens above baths, we feel, look a little bit cluttered sometimes, so we quite like the clean look of not having one there. Not sure. Haven't decided exactly, but that's what we're planning currently.